Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Adeline, and for everyone else, welcome back. So, as you may know, we are currently on the theme on digital nomadism or location independent lifestyle and business, because that seems to be a lot of the questions that I get from you guys over on social media. So I thought I'll do a series on YouTube to answer all the questions. And the topic that we will be talking about today is the digital nomad mindset and how to get to where you want to be from where you currently are. If you did enjoy all things digital nomadism, freedom, lifestyle and business, and all things in between, please consider subscribing to my channel. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so why am I covering digital nomad mindset? Because I think that there's so many questions that people ask, how do I become a digital nomad? But nobody really think about the mindset that goes into that. As you may already know, mindset plays at least 80% in terms of success rate in whatever it is that you do. And in that digital nomad or location independent lifestyle is no different. Let me ask you guys this question. So, first of all, why are you choosing the digital nomad lifestyle? You haven't given this question a thought. I think you should probably go back, think about it before watching this video. And I have a couple of resources that you can refer to. I have the Dream to Lifestyle Design Planner, which you can download for free, and I'll leave it down below. And also have a couple of different videos that has covered the topic, so I'll leave them down in the description box below as well. The reason why I ask you this question is the digital nomad lifestyle is the path less taken. It is not the usual path that many people take. It defies the 9 to 5. It defies the fact that you have to be in office 5 days a week to get your stuff done. So essentially, digital nomad lifestyle is defying the norms. A lot of people don't realize this lifestyle, or to transition into this lifestyle, you have to think differently. You have to shift your mindset, because you can't go into well, you can, but it is going to be very difficult and you might not last. So whether it is that you're trying to create this lifestyle, you're trying to work towards this lifestyle, or you're trying to transition into this lifestyle, it is very important to change your mindset and start adapting the digital nomad mindset. So in today's video, we'll be covering 5 digital nomad mindset that you should have, and if you feel that you can't quite relate or resonate with these 5 mindset, then perhaps this might not be the best lifestyle for you, because you got to remember that it is all nice and well, but you know, it's not for everyone. So if you want to know what these 5 mindsets are, just continue watching. So I covered briefly at the start. The first mindset that you should really be taking on is to think outside the box. Why do I say that? Why do you have to think outside the box? First of all, you're working online, you're working anywhere. Again, you're defying what society or what the entire corporate world think is a norm. So in order to live this lifestyle, you have to think outside the box, because if you are working with clients or businesses across different time zones, you could think of how are you going to make that work. And sometimes traditional communication or traditional way of doing work might not fit into the digital nomad lifestyle. So you have to think outside the box. And when shit goes wrong and when shit goes down south, which let me tell you, they will, you're going to think of ways on how to overcome that, because again, there's no rules, there is no blueprint on telling you how to face these problems. You're traveling or whether you're working in somewhere with debatable Wi-Fi, you have to think outside the box and find a solution. I think one of the points to touch on as well is companies and businesses that adapt to this way of working, which is whether you want to call it remote work or working remotely, or you know, hiring a remote team. To be able to run a team like that, these companies are probably innovative, do things differently, and they see remote work as the future of work. Again, these companies or the people that are running a remote team thinks differently. So you have to be able to think outside the box and start thinking of a different way of doing things. Number 2 is you have to be adaptable to change. Change makes you uncomfortable. Change is sometimes difficult, but you have to be adaptable to that, because think about it, you are moving between different places And if you are running a business or if you're working for someone else, changing environment is not an excuse for not getting shit done. So that is the key thing to think about. And let me tell you, whatever you see on social media, Instagram, Facebook, on how amazing a place can be, most of the time they are not what you think it is in your head. And there's nothing wrong with it, because you know, the beauty of traveling is so that you're able to experience it the way you want it to be. So you have to be very adaptable to change. What happens when a place does not turn out to be the way you want it to be? You already booked your ticket for the next 4 months. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to, burn the ticket and go somewhere else? Or are you going to learn how to like the place? Or if you find a place that has good Wi-Fi but it doesn't fit your vibe, do you change to another place that has better Wi-Fi but doesn't fit your vibe? Or, what are the compromises you're going to make? How are you going to adapt to the new environment? Let me tell you that it can be quite difficult at the start. I have a couple of videos on my experience when I first arrived in Bali in January 2018, and also when I first arrived in Shanghai, both of which are now one of the few favorite places in the world. I faced some challenges at the start, so I'll link that down below as well so you can check it out. Most of the time people want to choose the digital nomad lifestyle because it looks like this fantasy and this perfect lifestyle where you get to work and travel around the world. Don't get me wrong, it is amazing and I wouldn't trade it for anything else, but you're also going to remember it's not easy. So you have to be adaptable to change to be able to, I guess, make this lifestyle sustainable. And the third digital nomad mindset is willing to put yourself out there. Think about this. It doesn't matter whether you're introvert or extrovert. One of my friends actually did a really good interview on how to meet new people as an introvert. I'll link it down below as well. We are humans. We thrive as a community no matter how introverted you are. And, if you are going to a new place for the first time, whether it's alone, with your family, with your partner, you are a unit on your own. So you're going to spend some time to get to know people, to make new friends, to form a new community of where your next destination it is. And in instances like that, you have to put yourself out there because it's not anyone's responsibility to come and talk to you. So that's the first part of it. And the second part of putting yourself out there is if you are selling a service, if you are trying to promote what you can offer, whether you're a freelancer or you're running your own agency, you have to be comfortable with putting yourself out there because let me tell you, your network is probably the best place for you to find work. Not remote job boards, not the internet connection, because word of mouth is still one of the best and most effective way of referral. So yeah, you have to be willing to put yourself out there. And number 4, you have to be proactive. This is kind of an extension of point number 3. So whether you're trying to chase up a potential client, to follow up on a potential contract, you have to be proactive. You're going to remember, you're not entitled to anything. No one owes you anything. So don't assume that people are meant to give you an answer when you send them a proposal. It'd be nice to have. You're not entitled to the reply. So you have to be proactive in making friends, proactive in asking questions, proactive in following up a lead, proactive in attending networking events. Just being proactive is so important if you want to build and live this digital nomad lifestyle. There have been so many times that I come across Facebook groups where people are looking for jobs, literally just go, hey, this is what I can offer. If anyone has any leads, contact me. This is, to me, is a sense of entitlement. Just because you have 20 years in a big corporation doesn't mean jack shit. Bringing back to point number 1, people who live this lifestyle or employers that hire remote workers think differently and they like to challenge the status quo. So we're being honest, doesn't really mean jack shit or how many years your experience in one company is. Again, be proactive. You want it, go get it. And the final mindset to have in order to live and sustain the digital nomad lifestyle is you got to start thinking like a CEO and act like a business owner. How do I say that? And I think many aspiring digital nomads or even digital nomads sees it as a short-term plan. And a lot of them are willing to take a pay cut to live in a country in Southeast Asia which is completely fine at the start because that's how I managed to make the leap easiest to work out what the minimum living expenses I need to live comfortably. But in terms of long-term sustainability and to be able to sustain your lifestyle over a long term, you've got to start thinking like a CEO. Think whatever it is that you're doing as a business unit. So unless you're getting hired as a remote worker, which by the way it's a very, very, very competitive space, and also you have a higher chances of finding a remote gig running as a freelancer or as an agency. I will go into more detail about this topic in a separate video or a separate podcast, so be sure to check back on that topic. So basically, take it for example, if you are a freelancer offering copywriting service or graphic design service, even though if you're just providing, copywriting or designing service, you're essentially running as a business because you have to market yourself, you got to pitch, you got to negotiate, you got to invoice your client, you got to make sure your taxes are done. All this stuff is essentially the basic of running a business. So until you start thinking like a business owner, you start thinking like a CEO, you're not going to grow as far as you want it to be. And it comes back to my first question at the start of this video, your why. So I believe many of you guys chose this lifestyle because you want freedom. Freedom to do things that matter to you, to spend time with people that matter to you, to be able to choose the clients and projects that you want to work with and work for, things that you're passionate about, and to be able to choose your time to work anywhere and work anytime. You're not going to achieve that freedom if you are still having that employee mindset where you are doing what you're told. You're not thinking of the long-term goals, you're not thinking how to scale, you're not thinking of how to make whatever it is that you're doing better. So if you want to make this digital nomad lifestyle sustainable, you have to start thinking like a business owner or a CEO. So let's do a quick recap. So the 5 digital nomad mindset that you should really have to kickstart and maintain and sustain this lifestyle. First one is to think outside the box. Second one is to be adaptable to changes. Third one is willingness to put yourself out there. Fourth one is to be proactive in everything that you do. And the final one is to think like a CEO and a business owner. All right, so now that we have covered all the mindset that you need, let me ask you one final question before the end of this video. So what exactly is it stopping you from getting to where you want to be from where you are right now? Is it fear? Is it the limiting belief that you're telling yourself? Or is it guidance that you're looking for, or just not knowing where to start? Let me tell you this, mindset plays a big, big, big role in making this happen. The moment that you believe that it's possible, that's when it is going to happen. That's how I made the move. I mean, before I met my mentor at that time, there's no way in the world that I would even entertain the idea of being a remote worker. I've actually written about the story on notsobasic.live, so I'll link the article down below as well. And the moment that I believe it's possible, and the moment that I've set my mind to give this lifestyle a go, doors and opportunities just started to open, and here I am today. If fear is the main thing that is currently stopping you from working towards this lifestyle, you just gotta believe in yourself and know that what you need is already within you. If you don't really know where to start and how to get started and need a little bit more guidance, I do have a 4-day free training available to help you kickstart and work towards your digital nomad dreams. I'll leave the links down below as well. And if you want the exact blueprint and framework on how I kickstart this journey, I also have a digital nomad Kickstarter course which you can check it. I'll leave all the details down below. Anyways, I hope you find this video useful. Let me know down in the comments below which one is the most applicable to you, and I might do a more detailed video on how you're able to shift and start adapting those mindset into your life so that you can start working towards your digital nomad journey. We only have one life. Why not make it not so basic? That was quite a mouthful actually. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really helps support my channel. And if you have anything else that you want to know, any questions, leave them down in the comments below or drop me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Until next time, I'll chat to you soon.